We observed in several cases, and one of the members organizations in the Situation Room put out a report on this, indicating that ballot papers were deliberately voided against particular political parties. So we saw a series of ballot papers where everybody voted for one particular political party, but then you had thumbprints on several other points on the ballot paper, which tells me that if Party A is winning in one particular location, Party B that is losing will try to void it by thumbprinting other portions in that same ballot paper against that particular political party. Now, this won't happen without connivance from election officials. You have nearly 9,000 ward collation centers in this country. You must have 9,000 ward party agents, because that's the other point, strategic point, where falsification of election results happen. So if you're running for president and there are 8,900 and approximately 9,000 ward collation centers in the country, and you cannot as well put 9,000 party agents across all of this, please don't clog the ballot paper. Because what you're doing is facilitating the subversion of the electoral process. We want to see serious political parties emerge.
Okay, welcome back to the program. It was getting a bit heated before we went on break. I'm just going to allow you to respond, and then we'll hear from the audience one more time.
Yes.
Let's go with you first.
The chefs, yes.
Yes. The chefs at the table.
There's element of truth in what she had stated. The reason why I personally joined in the race is the fact that we need to have a change. We need to change the faces of who we see every election cycle. And so Nigerians are now beginning to demand for accountability. We now question what people promise and what they do. I was telling you about privatization. There was a reason why that came on board. And we were able to solve that problem at that time. The challenge we have in this part of the world is we don't continue policy.
But if you say we need to change the faces of those we see,
yeah.
The PDP, the face of the candidate we want to bring for president is not a new face.
Like you mentioned, it's late now to begin this process. You know, the truth is, you don't start 1 year to election to begin the process. I was telling my friends and people in the party that, look, the challenge we have with our country today is the elite sitting and not wanting to be part of the process. So go to any of the political party. When you elect thugs, when you elect people who are semi-literate, what do you get? So they are the people who represent the party, and then you begin to think that's the party. No, that's not the party. That's the person, that's the individual. That is a product of the society. So we need to begin to bring forth our best. And that's what PDP is doing now.
Let us put you on pause. Yes, sir.
Yes, quickly before I respond to that, I just want to clear.
We're completely out of time.
Yes,
so you need to
yes, I just want to clear something. By Nigerian law, a common criminal cannot contest an election. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The general definition.
Yes, the general definition.
Yes.
A common
Legally
criminal,
speaking,
particularly yes. That you said people even outside Nigeria are watching this program.
Right.
So that.
It's not as we said. They are.
Yes. So since they are watching, let's clear that impression that a common criminal in Nigeria, yes, our law does not allow. Yes, that does not allow a common criminal to contest election. And once somebody is not convicted, the person is innocent. Yes,
they can vote.
Not only in Nigeria, it's universally they can vote. So
yes. No, we're clearing up the point.
Yes. So because by the law of Nigeria, an ex-convict cannot contest election. And once the person is not convicted, he's not a criminal, he's still innocent. And then, so he can still...
You've used 30 seconds of the...
Okay, now let me round up.
So tell us, as at the table.
As at the table, Just like my colleague rightly pointed, I wasn't a politician. I became a politician in 2014. And we cannot just sit at the table. We have to join. APC does not, just like somebody earlier pointed, does not fall from the moon. It came from Nigeria. And Nigerians are in APC, and APC is Nigeria. So you cannot just, if you form another political party, the same Nigerians, we go to that political party. So come join us, and then let's change things together. So we have a group of young people, SBL, in Plateau State. That's what we're doing, SBL support group. We are mobilizing young people, orientating them on ideologies, and then pushing them into place of leadership. Okay,
so it's about the mindset of those who are in the party. But very quickly now, I'm going to let our audience just weigh in very briefly now. Daniel Alao, and can I have Aguda Akeju very briefly and quickly to weigh in on what you think about all we've been talking about?
You have 10 seconds.
Exactly.
Good evening. Actually, my question goes to Mr. Yosin. Sorry. Please, why have not been seeing your flyers?
Okay, why is she not in politics? Because, thank you. She will answer.
Because you have to come.
We're out of time, so the next gentleman.
Okay.
Okay. Good evening. Please, I want to know the reason why in Nigerian politics you discover that money politics has taken over. So how do we deal with money politics? Because before the selling of forms, you discover that most people could not even buy forms. Understand?
Thank you.
Some money bags are taking over.
Thank you very much. Toyosi, why are you not campaigning? Why are you still on the menu?
What is your ideology?
Why have you not joined the chefs?
What's your ideology?
Why have you not joined the chefs?
Just because I believe that there are many, many more ways of contributing to government. Not necessarily. I don't have to run for an office to be able to contribute to government. I run for so I would run for office sometime, but the time has to be right. You don't simply, first off, I don't want to run without having enough money, because that's the only way I won't compromise. Because bling bling without economic empowerment is like a woman in forced labor. She will go into the labor room and come out empty. So if I want to be able to make sure that some young person doesn't sit here criticizing me in the next 20 years, it's very important.
We're going to have to leave it. The second question that the other gentleman made mention of is money politics.
Poverty is the answer. We need another 1 hour to talk about money politics.
All right, we got to go. Before we go, we need to just give you this programming note. Politics Today, which is supposed to follow this program, will not be coming up, and that's because we've got to go live to an event taking place in another part of Lagos, an awards ceremony in particular. But for us here, it's time to go.
Indeed.
We'll see you next Friday.
Just quickly to say that the Sunday edition of Politics Today will run as scheduled as well.
Okay, fine. That will happen on Sunday. But for now, this one has run as scheduled, and it's time for us to go, so as scheduled.
Indeed.
So we want to thank our audience. Thank you so much for your contributions today.
Thank you.
We want to thank our panelists, Toyosi, and I think because of time, I'll just refer to the other two gentlemen as the chefs.
The chefs.
Thank you.
Thank you so
see you
much.
next Friday.
That's right.